Welcome back, I'm Danny the Dinosaur Drawer, and today I'm going to be teaching you all how to draw T-Rex. So this is going to be my Christmas Eve special. I did Mosasaurus last year, but this year I decided to do something a little bit different. We're going to be doing a T-Rex from a very difficult pose. So we're going to be drawing it looking at a star over two hills. So we're going to have the first hill here, like so, and the next one a little lower, like that. So you get out your mechanical pencil. I'm using a Graph Gear 500 mechanical pencil, as most of you know. But one of these school pencils will be just as good. I'm using this school pencil today as an eraser because my mechanical pencil no longer has an eraser. As you can see, I wore it down pretty low. So yeah, get out your equipment and let's begin drawing. So yeah, you need a nice piece of paper, preferably a white one. But even a notebook piece of paper would work for this drawing. So the first thing we're going to do is put in these hills, as I indicated. Like so. And then we're going to be drawing our T-Rex. So we got to put a little bit of an outline first, before we do anything else. So that's going to be the belly and main part of the body. The head is going to be up here. We'll draw the neck first, of course. The head's going to be like so. The eye right about there. The jaw. So I know it doesn't look like much right now, but once we get the refining stage, we will make this drawing look a lot better. The outline is basically just so we don't get any of the proportions wrong. It's really annoying if you draw like the head too big, and once you've like put all the scales in and made it look really nice, then you see that it's too big. It's like, oh come on, you gotta erase it, or just start over again, do a whole new drawing. That can be very annoying. So we're gonna be doing the leg here. Might move this back a bit, make the neck a little bit longer. So yeah, when you're doing the outline, you just want to tweak everything a bit. There's lots of room for error when you're doing an outline, so feel free to erase, shape things. So yeah, this is what basic outline of the T-Rex is going to be. I know it's a very challenging pose, but that's why I decided to do it. I love a good challenge. I'm never one to back down from a challenge. Let me move my camera a bit here. Move the whole piece of paper. So yeah, the hardest part is going to be getting the head right. But I'm actually going to start with the leg since we're going to be moving from left to right. I don't want to smear any paper. So yeah, let's make one nice line here for the leg. The leg's going to be going off the page here. So depending on your size of paper, you might be able to continue it, but my paper's not big enough, so therefore I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to erase these lines. My paper is a little bit bigger than what the camera can capture at this angle, so I'm going to make sure it won't slide or anything. And let's see, I actually might be able to add a bit more here on the leg. Just trying to see how much the camera can capture. And right here's the bottom. Okay, good. So yeah, back to where I was at the start. We're going to be doing the thigh right here. We got to put those tendons and muscles that make the T-Rex be able to walk forward and run. So many people think the T-Rex, a lot of scientists think the T-Rex could only run up to around 15 miles per hour, which is sprinting speed for a lot of humans. But still, that's not too fast. I think T-Rex could have probably, might have been able to go up to 18 miles per hour. Still not as fast as Usain Bolt, fastest man alive, but a good speed, and probably could overtake Triceratops and some other slow Hadrosaurus. Because remember, T-Rex lived in North America, And the dinosaurs that probably fed on were Hadrosaurs, were probably the biggest source of food for T-Rex. Next probably came Triceratops, those type of dinosaurs. But if I was a T-Rex, I would definitely go after Hadrosaurs more often than Triceratops, because that could be a death match. And one wound from a Triceratops could be fatal, because T-Rex could get infected, the disease, and that could kill it. So, like you see in modern predators today, lions will never take, well, they'll be very careful when going up against like buffalo, because they know that if they get infected by a wound, they could possibly die. So right now we're going to be putting a little bit more refinement into this little upper part of the thigh. I'm going to put some shading in from this muscle here. It's got one other muscle that comes down the center here. So for shading, you want to make the initial line like that, and then you basically have it really dark, but slowly get lighter as you near the top, and then finally get it to where there's just blank paper. So the main secret of shading is when you're looking at a reference image, which I did do a little quick sketch beforehand to get the main idea of what this drawing is going to look like. But just squint your eyes and then you'll be able to see the dark and light spots. That is a very good tip and trick I use when drawing, is squinting. So you can try it with anything. Like even just your surroundings right now. I don't know what type of room you're in, or even if you're outside. If you just squint, you'll be able to see you'll be able to distinguish the light and dark spots much easier than just by looking at it with your eyes wide open. But I encourage you to try that. I've done it for most of my videos. I do it when looking at a reference image of a dinosaur from, say, Jurassic World the game or something. I always use that technique. So yeah, for the thigh here, we're going to be putting some scales. We're going to put some more shading a little bit more before on the tendon back here. I guess this is the hamstring area. It's like whenever you see someone touching their toes to stretch, they're stretching this hamstring area, which is behind the thigh. So yeah, we're going to be putting in some scales. Scales is what makes the dinosaur look really realistic, and will separate your artwork from the amateurs. And also you have to remember not to put too much scale. So we're going to have a light spot right about here, where the light is going to be glinting on the drawing. So erase a bit there, so make sure not to put scales there, but everywhere else you can. So yeah, let's put scales all along here. Make sure you guys can see that good. A quick way to do scales is just by twirling your pencil around a lot, like this. It's also good when drawing like a bunch of people in an amphitheater or a crowd. Let's just draw lots of little heads. As you guys probably remember with my Mosasaurus drawing I did last year, that's what I did. Here, I got a big photocopy of it. I had all these people here, as you can see. The original is much smaller than this, but this is the this is a photocopy I got printed which enlarged it. But I'm surprised how it's kept a lot of its detail even when it's made large. So let's see if we can make this drawing equally special as that Mosasaurus. I know it's a really classic scene from the Jurassic World movie, but hopefully once Fallen Kingdom comes out, I'll be able to make next Christmas Eve special something from the movie. I would have done the T-Rex roaring after it killed the Carnotaurus, but I wanted to do that right away because I knew a bunch of you guys were waiting to draw that, and I drew it like the morning after the trailer was released. So yeah, I'm hoping to do some Indoraptor drawings in the future. Still haven't found a convincing reference image that I think is official, so I don't really want to release anything that doesn't look, or that's not going to look like the one in the movie. Because later people might be looking up how to draw Indoraptor after the movie comes out. That could be problematic. So I'm going to put scales all along here. All along this leg. Also, another tip when drawing scales is make sure they're not all the same size. That won't be too hard to perfect because it's really hard to make them all the same size. But you want to make it look very organic by making some scales large, some small. And that'll make your drawing look a lot better. So guys, yeah, I'm hoping to hit 3,000 subscribers before my channel has its 2-year birthday, which will be March 16th, I think, or 15th, I'm not sure, around there. I'll have to check. But yeah, I'm hoping to get 3,000 subscribers, so please share my channel on all avenues of social media. I don't really do Twitter or anything, but you can share my videos on Twitter, Facebook. I don't do Facebook either, but yeah, I would highly encourage you guys to share some of my videos. If you want to share this one, that would be a great Christmas present to all your friends who draw. Because there's a lot of people out there who love to draw and stuff, so. So I'm just going to make this line here a little bit more shaded. But I was really amazed with you guys and your support on my Mosasaurus video that I did last year. It's exploded in views, now has 47,000, which is unbelievable. I never thought it would be that popular within a year. So I'd just like to thank you all for that. And it's a Mosasaurus, so I don't know. I guess a lot of people love Mosasaurus a lot. And it's also a very cool sea creature. And obviously it probably became most popular because of Jurassic World. Like, it's so weird, like I never can tell when one of my videos is going to get really popular. So I uploaded a Spinosaurus level 40 tutorial, and it really got, like, it has 27,000 views. Like, how did that get so popular? It was not even a good drawing. The tutorial was so-so, it was not that good, but just because it was Spinosaurus, I guess, it got really popular. So I know there's a lot of Spinosaurus fans out there. And T-Rex, like, my T-Rex video does have some views, but nothing like the Mosasaurus. I've done, like, I think Mosasaurus from the game and Mosasaurus from Jurassic World. And both of those are extremely popular. So let me move the paper a little bit more. We now have the whole thigh refined and made looking very nice here. Now we're going to move on to the calf. I know this part's a little bit more boring, but once we get working on the head, it's going to be much fun. And I might add some color, I'm not sure about that. Probably not, but I like doing drawings where there's like the grass is colored, but the dinosaur is not. I just did a recent one like that from the trailer. This one here. It's the dead Ankylosaurus with the truck in the background. So I'm not sure if you guys have seen that video. If you have not, you can go check it out on my channel. So yeah, if you have a specific scene you like from the trailer, please comment below and I will get to that soon. I know people have commented for me to draw blue from the trailer, so I'm going to be doing that soon. I did do the baryonyx a few days ago, which a bunch of you requested, even though Beanie Draws already drew it. and a lot of you guys requested for me to do it as well, so I did my best. His probably looked a lot better than mine, but yeah, I did that one, and I also did Carnotaurus, but I might be doing a second tutorial on Carnotaurus, because there's a lot of good shots, like the one where it's running at Owen, and right before the T-Rex chomps it. It's a good scene there. So right now we're working on the calf, getting some nice shading there, putting in some scales. Like so. Just using a nice round movement of your hand. I'm sorry if my shadow is getting in the way. I've watched a lot of YouTube videos, art YouTube videos, where the teacher's hand gets in the way. It's really annoying. So I'm trying to avoid doing that. So that looks nice. We got some nice scales going there. Put some shading. And yeah, now my paper keeps moving, shifting. I guess I'm pushing it a bit. So yeah, now we're going to be putting in a bit more refinement into the rest of the leg. And then we'll be done with the leg. So I'm thinking about having this scene be sort of a night scene, so I might make the shadows a little darker here. It's very challenging to make a night scene. Like a drawing where it's supposed to be night. Like when I was younger, I did these drawings at nighttime. I would draw the whole scene would be like in full color, and then the sky would be black, so it looked really weird because none of the shadows were right. Got this nice knee right here. Put some scales there. So I did one 3D drawing a while back, like a month ago, but it never really got popular. But so I was wondering if you guys would like me to do a 3D tutorial or some more time-lapse 3D drawings, because I think they're very cool. But I'm not sure if you guys like them that much, so I'd love to hear your feedback on that. Your comments are really helpful. I love the comments, the positive comments, like great job on this drawing, but I also love the comments that help build my channel, like could you do some more like 3D tutorials, or I like time-lapse drawings better, or something like that. Because it's really hard to tell what you guys prefer. I know obviously a lot of you guys like Jurassic World the game tutorials, as do I. I'm definitely going to be continuing those in this new year. I apologize, I sort of have a sore throat right now, so that's why my voice is probably sounding a little different than it does in the other videos. It's really weird because I've checked out my older videos from like 2016. My voice sounds really like different. I guess it's been changing a lot this last year. So that looks really good for the leg. Now we're going to continue on to the body. So yeah, we spent around 20 minutes on the leg, but it looks really fantastic. Looks really nice and detailed. So this is more of a professional drawing than like a Jurassic World the game drawing, because it's mostly my invention. It's really hard to come up with a scene on your own. I'm really used to getting reference images of other people's drawings, but it's really good practice, I found, to design your own scenes. See where my eraser is? We can erase this line we don't need. The top of the back here is going to be really shiny. The light's going to be glinting off of it. So let's make a little zone here where we'll remember not to put scales or anything, or not that much shading. And I do have a shading pencil I'm going to be using. Got it right here. I have all my art supplies around me right now. But they get kind of cluttered, so this is a 6B pencil you guys have seen. It's my new companion. I think my mechanical pencil must be getting jealous. Because I've been using this guy a lot. But my mechanical pencil always is going to be the one I carry around for practically everything. I do math with it, I do lots of writing with my pencil. So I'm always having to buy replacements for more lead for my mechanical pencil. And it's this is my third one, I think, that I've gotten. I've lost a few of them, so one of them I think broke. But they're very, like, for the amount of time I've been using this pencil, it's well worth its money. So yeah, for the belly we're going to be putting in these wrinkles, like so. If T-Rex is your favorite dinosaur, I'd love to hear your comment below. T-Rex is my favorite dinosaur, by far. And I definitely think it could beat Spinosaurus in the fight for all of you. All of those of you who like Spinosaurus might be getting some dislikes for that. But yeah, I'm a total T-Rex fan. T-Rex is just like the most famous, and it's been around the longest in the Jurassic Park movies and stuff. So that's the main reason T-Rex is my favorite. Also, I love its size. Not as big as Spinosaurus or Carcharodontosaurus or Giganotosaurus, but its jaws are just massive and the most lethal of any of the carnivorous dinosaurs. For a while I liked the Carnotaurs, as I've said before, but also the raptors are really cool. But one raptor by itself is not as cool as like a pack of raptors. So if you're just asking me like one dinosaur by itself, it's definitely T-Rex. I found that a lot of people like Triceratops as well, which is understandable because it's a very cool dinosaur. Like when you actually think about it, T-Rex versus Triceratops, which one would you vote for? I'm not sure. Like, T-Rex is definitely the meat eater and would be trying to kill the Triceratops. The Triceratops is more of a trying to defend itself, but the Triceratops' weapons are just as deadly as T-Rex's. Like the horns and that nose spike are very, and that frill would be really hard for the T-Rex to get past all that into the weak spots of Triceratops. That's why I think T-Rexes might have hunted in pairs or maybe in small groups. I've read a few papers on if T-Rexes were pack hunters or not. It's hard to tell. Definitely, like, that's one of the advantages of the pack type dinosaurs, like Allosaurus. They definitely hunted in packs, or at least small groups, or maybe even pairs. And alone an Allosaurus could take on most dinosaurs that were its size or smaller. And so could T-Rex, but like, I feel like Allosaurus would be really deadly as a pack, especially against a Stegosaurus is very deadly as well, like Triceratops. But if you have one Allosaurus in front and one behind, Triceratops or Stegosaurus could only kill one of them, and Allosaurus was presumably quite fast, so the one would just be distracting it from behind, and the one in the front would try and do the deadly blow. And Stegosaurus had quite a weak neck and head, so the Allosaurus could just chomp its head off or something like that. That would be the end of the Stegosaurus. But Stegosaurus might have also been a herd type dinosaur. I know Triceratops was, and the hadrosaurs, the duck-billed dinosaurs, probably stayed together for like while they're grazing and stuff. There is strength in numbers because there's always that other guy that might be slower than you, so you can. Also, the old and sick would probably be ones to fall to the carnivores the most often. Or the young ones as well. I've seen lots of dinosaur drawings of people drawing a circle of triceratopses and a bunch of the young triceratopses in the middle. And there'll be like T-Rexes circling or trying to find a way to get inside. I don't think T-Rex would be a good match against like a sauropod though. It doesn't seem like that's what T-Rex would have tried to hunt. But Acrocanthosaurus, as I'm sure most of you are aware of, probably did hunt large sauropods. I need to do a video on Acrocanthosaurus, the one from the game, of course. Level 40. I don't have it. But that would be a very cool video. I did do one video on, I think it was a time lapse on Acrocanthosaurus. I feel like Acrocanthosaurus is not recognized enough as being such a cool dinosaur, because it is. It's like a supercharged Allosaurus. It's larger than Allosaurus, almost as long as T-Rex, and it has like really big claws and a narrow but deadly jaw. So it probably would not be good against Triceratops, Sauropelta, or Ankylosaurus, but definitely could fight against Tyrannosaurus or some duckbills, and possibly even sauropods, as like we've seen in Paluxy River, Texas, where there's like fossil tracks of an Acrocanthosaurus running alongside a sauropod, and it looks like it was chasing it. So I've seen a whole documentary on that. I'm sure a lot of you guys are familiar with that. So we're going to be putting some scales on top of these claws of T-Rex. T-Rex is also like one of the first dinosaurs I saw as a kid in the museum, because like T-Rexes you'll find everywhere. And also Allosaur. Allosaurus has there's so many Allosauruses displayed in the US. I think it's the most. Well, anyways, they've discovered the most Allosauruses, more than any other dinosaur. So I think it's the most well known theropod. So yeah, we're done with the torso and the arm here. They're looking very nice. And now we're getting near 30 minutes. We gotta hustle and get the neck done, and then we'll do the head. So put the ear here. I always wonder what dinosaurs' ears actually look like, because people always draw them like this, like a little hole right behind the skull. But it could have been that they had like human-like ears, or not like human-like ears, but what I meant is like ears that stick out and are not just like iguana ears or something, or bird ears, which are just like holes in the side of the head. I've seen like different artists that have speculated on what like a Deinonychus look like. And some draw it like a turkey, lost feathers, and others draw it more traditional like. So yeah, it's really hard to tell what the dinosaurs actually look like. That's one thing I like about Carnotaurus, that people found skin imprints of it, and you can actually see the scales and the texture it had. That's very cool. And that would be really fun to find if you were a scientist, to find dinosaur skin. And I know lots of people always are wondering about the color of dinosaurs. A lot of artists draw them like with really bright colors, like lizards, but they could have also had like more of a grayish color, I guess. Because some lizards, like Komodo dragons, are like sort of a gray blackish color. But yeah, it'll be interesting once people find more discoveries of dinosaurs. I did read that some scientists found a frozen cave lion somewhere. I can't remember where it was, but they were trying to like bring it back to life or something. I'm like, good luck. It's gonna be really hard. They said like 10,000-year-old cave lion or something like that. But after it's been frozen for a couple thousand years, I'm not sure how you'd plan to bring it back to life. So I'm going to be putting some spikes on the back of the neck here. I know a lot of you guys disagree with that and say that it's totally unrealistic. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do that. Put some spikes in. I know, like, I did a video 2 months ago on how to draw an accurate mosasaurus, and I got some bad PR because people are like, oh, that's so unrealistic. So maybe I should change the title of that. I'm definitely not going to put this video titled as how to draw a realistic T-Rex. Though in my eyes, this is pretty realistic. I'm unsure. As I said before, please leave in the comments if you think it's realistic or not. Once I hit 10,000 subscribers, if I do, I'll be able to... I'm not sure if you guys have noticed this, but now YouTube has added something that channels that have over 1,000 subscribers, or 10,000 subscribers, they get this community tab, which is an extra tab on their channel, where they get to post like polls, stuff like that. So I know Beanie Draws has one, and a lot of other YouTubers I've seen now have been using their community tab. I think that would be very cool to use if I ever get 10,000 subscribers. So yeah, there's lots of benefits to growing your channel, getting more subscribers. But I found that the views that count the most on my type of channel are the ones that come like 2 months later after I've drawn it, because then those are the views that actually are important, because it's someone who actually wants to draw the dinosaur. So I'd love to know if you guys actually are drawing the dinosaur and not just skipping to the end to see the end result and saying, oh, good job, Danny the dinosaur drawer. But I would love to see if you guys actually draw the creature, and you can show me your drawing by posting it on my Google Plus community called Dinosaur Art. It's quite active now. We got over 200 members. I never thought it would get to be 200 members, but we do have 200 members now. And a lot of you guys have been posting really professional art, so I'm really impressed with all of you who have been posting. So yeah, now we have to put in the head. This is going to be very challenging. See, we might make it a little longer than it is right now. We want to get the perspective right to make it look like it's looking forward and not to the side. I also want it to be tilted up a bit. Let's get this proportion right. If I make it too long, then yeah, it's going to look like it's looking to the side, and we don't want that effect. We want it to make it look like it's looking forward. Because the star, I'm going to be putting a star in right about here. I'm going to do that a little bit later. And all my colored pencils here. I might be coloring the star or something. So yeah, let's continue with this eye ridge that I started to draw. So I'm going to encapsulate the eye in this bony type eye scale. I don't know what you kind of call this type of texture. Sort of like bone, I guess. We'll have the pupil here. Put some wrinkles around the eye. The eyelid, I guess. And it all depends on how we draw the head here. If you mess up on the head, then the whole drawing will look bad. So pay close attention when drawing the face here. We want to get the proportions perfect. But of course I know this happens with all drawings. I'll come back a year later and say, oh, I wish I could have fixed that. And of course you can, like if you are willing to erase it, but there's always that chance you might make it look worse than before. I've done that with a lot of my drawings. I'm like, oh, let me fix this, and then I ruin it. So I recommend you just draw it again, and rather than to try and fix it. So put some wrinkles around the eye here. We have some scales along the back of the head here, like so. Just make these scales go along the side here. For the past few years, every year for Christmas, I get people have given me dinosaur skeletons, so that's why I have a huge collection in my room. These dinosaur mounted skeletons. I have one T-Rex skeleton that's about 3 feet long or 4 feet. It's really big. It takes up a lot of room, but I love it. And I have a Elasmosaurus one, I have a pterosaur one, a brachiosaur, at least 3 T-Rex skeletons, and a bunch of other ones. So I'm not really just into drawing, I'm really into dinosaurs as well. And people have been a lot of my friends always are giving me dinosaur books, so that's nice. I like to find new dinosaur books, especially with a good artist, because then I can use their artwork for reference images. So in this cavity back here, we're going to be putting a lot of little mini scales to give it a realistic look. Like so. The most challenging thing for me to draw is water, I would say. Water and fire are both extremely hard to draw. I think they're easier to paint than to draw. I'm not really an experienced painter by any means, but I have done a few water works with paint, and it's much easier than doing it with pencil, because you can add lots of whites and stuff. Because when you think about it, water most of the time is white because of all the sun that's glinting off of it, unless you're drawing it by night time or something. So yeah, for each of these scales along here, we're going to be putting shading around them, like so. So I have this idea that I might be doing sometime this spring, but I would like to go to a museum or something and bring my camera and film me walking around the museum, showing you guys different skeletons, or like we could go draw a T-Rex skeleton. I probably wouldn't make it a live stream, just in case there might be a lot of people or something in the museum. But that is a fun idea I had. I get all these ideas for my channel, but I don't do a lot of them. So, like, one of them is, I've thought about showing you guys my dinosaur folder. Probably going to do that around New Year's. All the drawings I've done on my channel. So that'll be very fun. Because I've done a bunch, I think around over 100 drawings now. Not sure about the exact number. I have over like 150 videos, but a lot of them are two-part videos, so I'd say around 100 drawings, maybe less. Because recently a lot of them are not two-part videos, but when I first started off, I had quite a few. So we'll put the nose in here, the front. Put some shading around this cavity here. I know a lot of people say that this is shrink wrapped when I draw dinosaurs like this, showing like every cavity. But it's the way I've learned to draw the dinosaurs, so it's sort of the way Jurassic Park dinosaur T-Rex looks like in Jurassic Park movies. So that's how I draw my dinosaurs, the theropods, the meat-eater dinosaurs. I draw them with this cavity sunken in a bit. I really don't like feathered T-Rex drawings at all. I know some of you guys do, but they don't look appealing at all. And there's no proof that T-Rex had feathers, so I don't like it when people draw T-Rex with feathers. They're like, oh, we now know since we found Microraptor or whatever, the T-Rex had feathers, so it's kind of weird. Had a bunch more scales. We're gonna have some nice refinement. It's got these lines that come up from the gums there. I'm gonna put some scales along the lip here. So I know a bunch of you guys wanted me to do a T-Rex with a Santa hat for my Christmas Eve special, but I decided to do this one instead. T-Rex looking at a Christmas star, I guess. Was a cool idea I had. But you can feel free to add a Santa hat onto this T-Rex if you would like. I'm not a big fan of Santa, so that's why I hope I don't make someone cry right now by saying that Santa's not real or something like that. But when I was like a kid, when I was really young, I never ever thought Santa was real. Like, there's very few kids who actually believe in Santa. I always wonder, like, when did Santa become a thing? Because I don't think Santa was around in the 1800s. So it must have been in the last century that Santa became the big part of Christmas. So yeah, we're going to put some more refinement to the face here. It's looking very swell. Beautiful T-Rex. Now I'm going to put some teeth. Nice railroad spike T-Rex teeth. Like so. Yeah, this dinosaur is looking very nice. Better than I expected. So I'm going to be putting in this bottom jaw. Take your eraser and erase a bunch of these lines that I don't need. And yeah, if you have anything you'd like to email me about, like a drawing of yours that you did for my channel, you can email it to DannyTheDinosaurDrawer@gmail.com. I don't really get a bunch of emails about my channel yet. I've got a few from a few subscribers who wanted to share their artwork with me, so those are really nice. But also, if you have a specific request of a drawing you'd like me to do, and you have a reference image you like, you can send me a link to my channel, or to my email, with that reference image that you like. Because a lot of my Jurassic World the game drawings are all from the same angle of the dinosaur just standing in its cage. So I was thinking about you guys, if you want me to do some more scenes of the creature when it's in battle or something like that. I've thought about doing some of those, like my Lipleurodon sea creature drawing. It was really cool because it's the Lipleurodon like roaring right in the face of the camera right before it kills its opponent. So like more of those scenes would be cool to do. So also you can take like a screenshot, if you know how to do that, on your phone or tablet if you have Jurassic World the game. Or if you have like Indominus Rex, you can take a screenshot and send it to me. I'd love to see your creatures from the game. So yeah, it's really simple. Just send them to DannyTheDinosaurDrawer@gmail.com. I know I say a lot of this stuff in the videos, but a lot of people probably like skip parts of the video, so they miss what I've said. So I'm just repeating it twice. I say a lot of stuff in the same video in different videos. Like advertising my Google Plus community, because I have 2,600 subscribers, but only 200 members on the Google Plus community. And I know a lot of my subscribers are not, some of you guys are not artists and don't actually draw the videos, just watch like the time lapse. But I love to see you guys' artwork on the community. I'm always impressed as well with how good you guys are at drawing dinosaurs. At paleo art, is the correct term. I've thought about saying, calling my channel Danny the Paleo Artist, but Danny the Dinosaur Drawer is quite classic right now. This art, it's gonna be it would be really hard to change my username right now, because now everyone knows me as Danny the Dinosaur Drawer. So yeah, this T-Rex is looking really cool. Let me just move my camera so we get a better lighting here. That looks really nice. So that's how it looks right now. Move the paper a bit. And for the hills, we really don't have to put much detail into this. One hill there. And the other hill will be like right like this. And then we're going to put our Star Bethlehem right there. Because it is Christmas time, so we're going to be doing star there. Let's see what color pencils I have. I've got a yellow one here. But yeah, let's put in the star. T-Rex's eye is going to be looking up there, so put the star in that corner, I believe. This video is getting a little long, so I'm going to try and wrap up pretty soon. So for the star, just put one triangle shape there, one here, one on the left, two big arms to the side, like so, two more like this, and it's got a big tail. Good. Might have made the tail a little too long. I always find this type of star really hard to draw, so I'm gonna redo the tail here. Like so, that looks pretty good. So it's basically these two shapes overlapping. I know this is not really what stars look like, but it's a classic star you see around Christmas time. So let's put some, you can put some like streaks of light, I guess, shining off in different directions here. So that looks really nice. The T-Rex looks the best, especially. So yeah, now all we have left to do is sign your drawing. So I'm going to put my initials, or just my whole name, I guess. Yeah, so sign your name there. And put the date, 2017. Really soon, in just a few days, we're going to be doing 2018. So be sure to keep on following my channel once we get into the new year. And yeah, I hope you guys have a very Merry Christmas. Thank you so much for watching, and as I've said before, if you did this drawing, you can email it to me at DannyTheDinosaurDrawer@gmail.com or post it on my Google Plus community. I'd love to see how your drawing turned out. And yeah, I hope this video gets as popular as my Mosasaurus video over here, Mosasaurus. And yeah, it might be a rival to the Mosasaurus video, which is the most popular one on my channel. But yeah, please share this video as a Christmas present to other dinosaur drawers. I'm sure they would enjoy it. And yeah, hope you guys have a great Christmas Eve, great Christmas Day tomorrow. And if you're watching this a year from now, have a good Christmas of 2018. Or if you're watching this anytime in the summer, spring, or fall. So yeah, enough of me talking. I'm gonna shut the camera off, and yeah, please subscribe if you've not already done so. Leave this video a like and a comment below what you'd like me to draw next. Thank you all for watching. Merry Christmas.